What's up? Salute, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Throw me some love on the video and let's get cracking. Let's get right to it. Listen, I'm going to talk about the topic, as you can tell by the thumbnail, but I'm not going to talk about it the way you think I am. So let's go ahead and run the video and I'll give my commentary after.
Baxter says it did not go well.
She found out that she could only receive those items if she paid an undisclosed amount of money. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says, resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone. She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
Yeah. Normally, I would make fun of something like this. But as a visitor in another country, it's a real story to me, so I see it differently. Now, I know what this chick was over there in Dubai doing, and I could go in on that, but that's not the purpose of this video. Listen, I can't sit here and make fun of somebody in prison, you know? Now, I'm not justifying what she did, but I'm going to say this as a man here in Asia. Man, there is an unspoken mantra that we all understand. You do not under any circumstances as a man, as a farang, as a man or a woman, as a farang period, do you ever under any circumstances argue with anyone like a local, like a Thai person? Listen, if they tell you a price, you pay the price. Listen, I got pulled over by the police this morning, and this time they made me go straight to the police station. They made me walk to the police station, probably half a kilometer away, not too far. They made me go pay the ticket right away. That's never happened. I've had several tickets. It's not that much. It's not a big deal, but you could tell what it is here. People, y'all don't understand. When you come to a foreign country, listen, you don't have the same rights and freedoms and privileges as you do in the United States. People frown on things here. Like, okay, let me say this. For example, alcohol, you can only buy alcohol from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then it shuts off till 5 p.m. to midnight. And then it shuts off again at midnight. Now, granted, the clubs that stay open late, they can kind of get around some of that stuff, but occasionally they get shaken down. Oh yeah. And I'm not gonna say anything disparaging whatsoever about Thailand or the Thai culture or what happens here or why. Listen, I understand why police do what they do, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I've had nothing but great treatment from the police here, personally. But I'm gonna tell you this, I would never, ever in my fucking life disrespect a police officer in Thailand as a farang. I would never raise my voice. I would never yank my arm back. 100% compliance, period. If you have a dispute with a local person here as well, same thing. You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth as a man or a woman. So this isn't about gender. Now, as far as that goes, listen, the Thai police, they even though they've been great to me, listen, you don't have the same rights that you think you do in the United States. This is why people act right here, because they understand the consequences of confrontation. The consequences of confrontation can completely ruin and devastate your life, get you barred, get you stuck, get your passport stripped. Listen, I'm privileged as an American to be here, and I understand this. So when it comes to this topic, now she should have known better. I'll say that. I'm gonna go in on it. What the hell was she doing in Dubai? We all know what she was doing in Dubai. But so many people think that they can go to these foreign countries and act a fool and act American. This is why people leave the Western culture, because the Western culture is so far out of whack from the rest of the world. Listen, countries like Russia are going in the opposite direction with their rules and laws and legislation than the United States is. And this is happening in several countries. People don't realize what's going on. There's a complete political realignment happening right now. But I'm going to tell you right now, you can't come over here and think that you can film the police and film that guy and that shit means anything. Listen, y'all realize you got no rights here. You have rights until you don't. But the worst thing you ever do in another country is to argue, to be combative, to raise your voice, to escalate confrontation. Motherfucker, walk away every time. Listen, I've had disputes with taxis. It's happened. I had a taxi driver hit me up for 3,000 baht, which is insane. 3,000 baht's $100 for the record. That happened to me in Bangkok once, but I learned my lesson. You negotiate the price right away. Listen, it can happen here. You can have it. What if I would have argued with the guy and then he calls the police? The police are going to side with him. They're not going to side with your stupid ass. You're just a tourist. Not that they treat you that way as long as you act right. But if you're acting out of line, being argumentative, being combative, being all confrontational, raising your voice, escalating situations, man, they're not just going to tase you. They're going to billy club you in the alleyway, probably. I don't even want to find out. Yes, sir. Whatever it is. We as men have to submit to this. All of us do. Every person here in this country has to submit to this mentality. And that's just this country. And this country isn't near as strict as some. Oh, man. You go over there to like Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and I'm not saying anything negative about these countries, like even Israel. And you act out of line, you disrespect. You're not even like, okay, you're not even supposed to look at women in the eyes in certain countries. You're not supposed to look at women in the eyes in certain countries. You're supposed to look down. In Thailand, you're supposed to look down beneath a monk. You're not going to get arrested for it, but it's disrespectful. So just people have to peep game and understand. You go to these other countries, any other country in the world, man, you think you can take your ratchet ass over there and act like a fool? You're mistaken. Do I think I can go around here walking around even though certain things are legal here? Man, let them catch your ass doing it. 5,000 baht. If they don't beat the crap out of you for your stank attitude, which I'm not saying they're going to do that, but they probably would if you raised your voice at them. 5,000 baht's a lot of money. But if they catch you doing it, yeah. It's legal. You can buy it. You just can't be seen doing it in public. People can't smell it. It can't be around schools. It can't be around temples and museums. It can't be around food areas. You have to be discreet with it. And you have to respect that's the way it is. Same thing with this. You can't, like, people walk around certain places drinking and maybe nothing happens. Well, one day something will. That cop might pull you over and say, hey, 5,000 baht right now, or I take you to jail. And nobody wants to go to jail here. I don't. Man, I don't even want to see what the inside of the cells look like here. Hell no. So, yes, whatever battle it is, I'm bowing out gracefully. No confrontation, no escalation, nothing. No arguing, no disrespect. Man, people take it serious, man. You can't smoke in temples and like near temples and stuff. I mean, they're dead. Like, even if the police don't say nothing, the locals will. If you smoke around a temple, man, the locals will say, It pisses people off. And you have to be mindful of that. You have to be respectful of people's culture wherever it is you go in the world. And I'm telling you, there are places that have weird things. And honestly, this is a very tolerant country, but it's because I come here to respect the rules, laws, and traditions of this nation. I'm grateful to be here. but I'm going to treat it that way. So you can't be going on these trips acting stupid. You can't. Now I've seen a lot of people get away with it. Maybe you think you can until you don't. I'm telling you, people, you got to be mindful of this. As a man or a woman, when you travel abroad, this is a lesson of what happens, man. And listen, there's plenty of stories. People doing like dumb stuff, like little stuff. I'm telling you. I mean, you don't even want to know. Like here, vapes are illegal. Vapes are illegal. I mean, people have them, but they're still illegal. They catch you with one, who knows? So that's my point. You have to be mindful of these things. When you travel abroad, have fun, but be respectful of the traditions and cultures of those people. You have to. It's the least you could do. It's the least they could expect from you. You show respect to the country you're going to, and you need to know the laws and traditions. And you can't bring your American attitude with you. As I said, I had to leave a lot of things behind too, quickly. But I love it. It was worth it for me. I love you guys. Throw me some love on this video. And listen, don't make these mistakes. Travel, see the world, but understand. You can't take that American BS with you. You better leave it behind, women and men. I love y'all, and I'm out of here.